In this video, we will be finding equivalent fractions. We will learn how to do this by multiplying by 1. We can find equivalent fractions by multiplying by different forms of the number 1. These are the example problems. We will find equivalent fractions for 3/4, 1/3, 2/5, and 4/7. To solve these problems, we will need to change the way we look at the number 1. To find equivalent fractions, we first need to understand that there are infinite ways to write the number 1. We also need to know that all fractions are division problems. 1/3 is also 1 divided by 3. 5/6 is also 5 divided by 6. 3/3 is also 3 divided by 3. Do you notice anything different about 3 divided by 3? That's right, 3 divided by 3 is a math fact. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. When the numerator and denominator are the same, the fraction is equal to 1. When we multiply anything by the number 1, the value of the original number does not change. 5 times 1 is equal to 5. 7 times 1 equals 7. 24 times 1 equals 24. This is true for every number. Now let's change the whole numbers into fractions. Remember, we are multiplying by different forms of the number 1. 3/4 times 1 equals 3/4. Now let's change the way we look at the number 1. We can use any form of the number 1. Let's use 2/2, or 2/2. Remember, 2/2 is really 1. To multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators and we multiply the denominators. 3/4 is equivalent to many fractions. When we multiply by 2/2, we find that 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8. These two fractions are worth the same exact amount. 1/3 times 1 equals 1/3. We can use any form of the number 1. Let's use 3/3. 1/3 is equivalent to many fractions. One equivalent fraction for 1/3 is 3/9. These two fractions are worth the same exact amount. 2/5 times 1 equals 2/5. We can use any form of the number 1 to create an equivalent fraction. Let's use 4/4 for this example. 2/5 is equivalent to many fractions. One equivalent fraction for 2/5 is 8/20. These two fractions are worth the same exact amount. 4/7 times 1 is equal to 4/7. Let's multiply by 2/2 to find an equivalent fraction. One equivalent fraction for 4/7 is 8/14. These two fractions are worth the same exact amount. You can multiply fractions by any form of the number 1 to find an equivalent fraction.